Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PGA Tour 2K21, episode number 14. And we have done it. We've reached the pinnacle of the sport. We are now in the PGA Tour. And we are in for a grueling 33 round championship. Now, I will not be in all 33 rounds. Not even close to that. But will I be in 20 rounds of the championship? Yeah, actually probably more than that. Also, for the first time, we're going to start to see a variation to the events, to the scale of how long each one is. Now, this is all customizable in the settings, and this is what we're up against right now. CPU skill at 80%, the event deviation, round skill deviation, the attendance of the CPU at each event. We have medium and default difficulties to each course, but this is the big one, and this is customized here. So regular events here in the PGA Championship are going to be single round events. The alternate events, which are like the regular events but fewer participants, again they're going to have a single round. But the larger events are going to have 2, 3, or 4 rounds. That's going to change things. That is definitely going to change things as we play some additional rounds this season. You can see our first few have no entry requirements and begin with single round championships. Also, the field is going to be set to results being a little more spread out and a higher threshold for the winners. Meaning, my victory that I pulled off in the Corn Ferry Tour and hovering around the top 10 in all but one of the rounds, I'm probably not going to replicate that too often. There's a chance that the equivalent of the round that I did win, maybe, just maybe, I can get that into a top 10 kind of thing, but it's going to take more than what I did at my best thus far to replicate that type of result here in the PGA Tour. And that's with intention and purpose, right? If we're playing with the best in the sport, they should be, and it should be challenging. Hopefully I'm not going to be in last place. Hopefully I make cuts when there are cuts to make, because like round 4, not that I'll be there because I'll have to have won one of the first 3 events, but if I were there, there is a cut halfway through. So the field will be cut down. Well, there's only 78 in the field apparently, but you would imagine that only about 50 or 60 of those will make it through, maybe less. FedEx Cup points available vary per round as well, so there's a lot going on with that. But you can see kind of at the most it's about 600. Some of the alternates less. But that's what we're in for. So, big season ahead of us, lots of action to come, and we open with the Golf Club Open at Kanagawa Country Club. It's a Japanese course. However, it's another one of those fictional courses that we'll be playing on for this one. Also, I have picked up a sponsor for the very first time, and my contract with the golf club, it's an arbitrary, it's one they give you right off the bat as your first. It expires in 2 events. Whoa, okay. I'm not even sure what I'm going to necessarily get, other than I would think that would be money. Oh, that'd be nice. That would be nice. And there's lots of sponsors out there. Not that many. Only 11. Objectives, and I have 2 events to do it. And I only get 1 round for each of those first 2 events, so that's going to be tough. 6 birdies. Not the easiest. That's 3 per round. Also finish a round at -4. Tough. That would be enough to place in a top 10 though. We'll see what we can do with this one, but it's not going to be the easiest. The birdies better chance of grabbing that one than I have of the last two.
Hello and welcome to our PGA Tour coverage here on 2K Sports. Today's coverage of the TGC Open is about to kick off. Luke Elvey here alongside Rich Beam, and Rich, it's like the first day at school, isn't it? This player's now made it to the PGA Tour. What could possibly be going on through their mind?
They're just trying to not vomit when they're on the first tee, Luke.
Right.
Nobody's thinking about the money and the excitement and the major wins. And this is the honest truth. You are literally so excited to hit that first tee shot. You really don't care where it goes, but you want it to be in play. But
right.
That's the only thing that you can.
Let's just get going.
That's the only thing that you can possibly comprehend is hitting that ball. That's the only thing you can. I dare any other player to say, well, it was the first of many unbelievable opportunities. Listen, we can talk about everything that they want to achieve or what their career was, but right now their one and only goal is getting that first tee shot in play somewhere.
Well, it's all promising to be a good day. Can't wait to see what happens.
They said get it in play. We're to the left side of the fairway. That wind really pushed it. Tough winds today, 11 miles per hour. I go all the way from the right-hand edge to just inside the left-hand edge. Tough day on the winds, and this course rates as a tough one. That could make things difficult. Now, I do expect a good amount of movement from the wind. There is a bit of a hill here. It's going to create a little challenge, but it's only the second. Main thing, get it on the green. Set myself up for a par on the first. This wind could shorten this shot a little bit, but I don't expect it to. So just make sure we get that 100% power.
Going with the 8-iron here.
Pulled it a little bit, but the wind's got a hold of it. It is shortening it down, but it'll roll some.
If they make it.
Okay, this will break some, but not much. 1 foot uphill. Looks like it's actually rounded down a little bit. Yeah, it's only 8 inches, so they've rounded that up to a foot. So 8 inches isn't bad. We don't need a massive amount, but we definitely need, we'll say 32 feet. And counting on that break. Alright, can we set up an easy par? Get it the hole. Nope, short. Tied off a little too soon.
Came up shy.
Well, I think they fell in love with the line, forgot about the pace.
In she goes. Let's head to the next.
So the game does have a handful of real-life pros. I will be up against them. I'll have rivalries against them. But realistically, I'm not going to be paying much attention to any of that. Since Tiger's Thanksgiving escapade, I haven't seen a whole lot. I certainly have seen some, but I haven't seen a whole lot of pro golf since then. In fact, I've probably seen the LPGA more than I've seen the PGA, in all honesty. Good second shot. The wind's going to get a hold of it, I think. Oof, okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I worried about where that was going to bounce. I'd say this is makeable, but this is a tough putt. It's going to have some serious break, but it's only 10 feet. And it's way too early to use one of my putt reads. This is supposed to be a hard course, and it looks like it's going to be. I'll settle for a par. I'd love to get a birdie. 10 feet certainly feels like one of those ones you got to try to get. A little underpowered. Wow, broke a ton.
Was looking good, wasn't it?
And it's still, look how far away it is. Oh my goodness.
Pretty good chance here. This one's for par.
Shouldn't break. Keyword shouldn't. I pulled it a little. I pulled it a little.
Steady now.
Are you kidding me?
And this one is for bogey. Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
Square box around that number on just the second is a terrible start to my pro career.
Let's see
Three putt from 10 feet. 3 putt from 10 feet. Jeez, I've only 3 putt once in the last 3-4 rounds. And they've never been at 10-foot intervals to start. Wind's gonna knock this down for sure, this par 3. So wind's gonna knock it down, and then it's not gonna roll as much either once that happens. So we're definitely going to go 100% here. I hope the wind doesn't push it too far to the right either.
Opting for the
a little slow, Looks okay though. Looks okay. Just give me a little roll. Give me a little roll. Come on. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Alright, some break. Not a lot, actually. And it looks like it's pretty flat. In fact, I think that might be more break than I need. Alright. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Break a little more. Break a little more. Break a little more.
Wow.
Very close.
And with that, you can go and put a par on the card. That reminded me of the Big Easy. Silky smooth.
Just a little fast, and that allows the wind to get a hold of it a bit more, and it pushes it clear across the fairway into the dog leg
sitting at
and into the bunker, making this a very difficult prospect to try to hit the green from here. 5 iron, losing 20 to 25% of this, so that's as much as about 40 yards, maybe a little less. Yikes. Okay, left to right. Hit it hard. 101% on the power. Still going to come up short. Get out of that. Get out of it. Oh.
Oh, from one bunker to another. That's got to hurt.
1 inch. Half an inch.
John, do you have any
half an inch, and that hits that grass, and it's going to just get on. Half an inch. Oh, wow. He pinned that. Hear that little ting on the pin?
What a shot indeed.
I thought I've pinned one before and had it go right through.
4 shots behind our leader.
Quarter of an inch that I missed this by. Alright, this is not going to roll as much as we think because I am in the sand. I'm going to lose 20% on this. That's going to bring me up about 3 yards shorter. Will I get 2 yards of roll? Yeah, I probably will, actually. Oh, not quite.
On the green, but still
boy, that didn't roll at all.
Flag.
It's a splash shot.
Should
have rolled.
On the greens here.
That was nothing but backspin. To the right. Too much. Didn't break. Didn't break. Wow. I really pulled it.
And this one will be for bogey.
Second bogey already.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage.
Not easy greens, but those 2 strokes are absolutely on me.
2 great shots. That was absolutely murdered.
Best shot I've hit so far. Wind at my back, but uphill. Don't want it to roll too much, so we probably do want to land right about where I'm aiming. Alright, we'll go with the 5 iron. A little more loft. It should carry a little more.
opting for the fire.
A little fast.
Nothing good out on the
Come on, wind. Come on, wind. Come on, wind.
Headed for trouble.
Give me. There you go. I'm okay. I'm okay. Okay, it's gonna break some. It's gotta break some, right? Alright, here we go. Get me close at least. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Oh, come on!
Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
Not that straightforward. I ended up 5 feet past.
Hey, that's a chance. Now, nice to make a mid-range par putt. Now 6 strokes back after that hole.
Not 3-foot circling terribly well. I'm missing a lot of close ones. Putter letting me down so far in this round. I'm playing well otherwise. Just gotta get that putter sorted out. I'm a good 3 strokes putter alone down. Wind is really moving the ball right now.
Good looking shot this.
I was all the way off the fairway on the left, and look how far over we end up. All the way over into the sand. Clear across a wide fairway.
What's this lie look like, mate?
And it wasn't a bad shot.
Lie here in the
It was
sand.
not a bad shot.
It'll be
Now we're
too hard getting out of here.
into the wind this time. It's par 5, but we'll be okay. A little slow. Still okay though. Downhill. Wind at my back. 5 iron's going to carry with that wind a little bit more, so it's definitely going to drive it further than this. Hopefully with the wind it should land on the green. Let's see if I'm reading this correctly. A little slow. Just a hair though. Do it otherwise. Come on, wind. Come on, wind. Yeah, we're fine.
There's some energy and action going on all around this property. Wonder what's happened.
Oof. A lot more roll than I expected, and rolling away from the
Left
pin.
yourself an opportunity.
Skill saved me what would have been unlucky. A very long par 4 into a strong headwind. Shortened both my first and second shots, leaving me with work to do on the third, still off the green. They were both good shots, just was still off the green. So thanks to a brilliant third shot, I'll have this tap in for par with a 1 putt.
And down it goes.
I hit it fast, it said slow. I hate when it does that. That was not slow. Still on the green though. Luckily the wind at my back just pushing it down that fairway and taking away any slice that I had. Wind at my back, I might be able to grab sand here. Or do we safely lay up? I gotta hit this with all I've got. Shouldn't roll back unless I end up way short.
For right.
And here we are with the third shot.
Certainly not in an ideal position, but ultimately where I want to be. Now this rough is going to do some damage. But we... After bogeying every other hole to open 3 straight pars, better.
Arrived at a par 4.
Couple missed chances on birdies, even better. I mean, you don't want to miss the chances, but at least I'm playing up instead of playing back. I was barely hanging on for the pars I got, meaning I was pretty much playing bogey golf, which is where we started this series, isn't it? So I'm not quite where I was with the Corn Ferry Tour. Is it the pressure? Might be a small amount of it. Certainly made a couple bad shots. Not putting well. Just really struggling with the putter, mostly. And it's windy. And these greens are not easy. It's a hard course. Back 9. Chance to do better. Settle for a +1 or +2 on the back 9. I'd like to at least even the par out the rest of the way, but we'll see if we can manage to do that. Little slow, pulled it a little right. Looks like I'm headed for the beach. Maybe not though. I think we're going to be in the rough. Come on, wind. Come on, wind. I pulled it a tiny bit right,
And now we go
but
to
the wind
15th,
did
this happened
nothing
just a moment ago.
for that one.
Kuchar with a fantastic shot. Lining up for his third now.
Don't tell me he's made 2 of those now.
Oh,
Wow.
That's the shot. Go ahead and make one. Don't worry about getting it up and down.
Very big highlights for him, but even he's only a +1.
Let's return to live play now.
That sand wedge, not going to be enough. Gap wedge might do it. Gonna do it a little right to left. And if the wind catches it at all, it'll push it even more right to left. So there you go. This light rough is going to take a little more off of this, actually. %, that's going to cut it down to 9, then it should roll. There you go. Get in the hole, get in the hole!
Wow.
Oh,
What a recovery.
how
Almost
unlucky am I?
And they'll walk away with a par on this one.
Everybody else, they sniff at it and it's going in. That was in the cup. It hit the pin. And it wasn't massively overloaded on power. It didn't have much power
Trailing
left
by
at that
7
point.
After that hole.
So I'm lucky to not have that go in. But I'll also concede the fact that I'm lucky that
Teeing
it
off
didn't
here on the 12th
totally miss, because it would have rolled a bit more than I expected. Ouch. We're going over here, and we're going to club down. Wind at my back. And that's probably my first career highlight. Well, they're showing it, aren't they?
And
So I
with that
just
effort,
made it
now 3 over for
on
the
TV
tournament.
for the first time. Underpowered, but otherwise good. A little right. Added with that wind. And here's the second time we have a very long par 4 on our hands. That's going to prevent us from reaching the green into setting us up for a difficult par. Two good shots is going to get me close, but it's definitely not going to get me on. And it's going to take a third, even more excellent shot. In fact, we're lined up for a pitch. Into the wind, uphill. But I don't think I'm going to lose much here. It is going to break once it lands. Uh-oh. There is some major slant here. I've got to nail this thing. To the right, too much. Oh. Stop, stop, stop. Oh, come on. Nasty green. Wind's going to knock this down and definitely bring it left. But it's okay if I can just get on. And this should do that. Club up, I could be playing with fire. Definitely going to come up short here though.
Looks like they've got the 5-wood.
That really broke left.
That one. Headed towards the left.
I did left to right. It was a hair slow, but
strike that as cleanly as they would have hoped.
Oh, look at that. The
unlucky.
wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
Okay. Sand's going to take a lot out of this thing. At least 5%. 25%, so. 6 yards. A little bit of roll, maybe. Into the wind. A little bit uphill. Full power. Yeah, I did need one more club.
14 feet.
Wind's going to knock this down a little bit and definitely push it to the right. Green's going to roll that way too. It's tricky. I want to make sure we definitely get on the green so that we can two-putt our way to finish this hole off with a par, but we could end up in that bunker if the wind really gets a hold of this. 101% on the power. And there goes the wind. Wow. Yeah.
Not sure if that's what they're intending to do.
Really,
Greens and regulation
really
absolutely
hurt that one so bad.
Reflective on their scorecard.
This next shot coming up from the sand.
All right, we're gonna lose 84%, but get some roll once it lands. Not lose 84, but lose about 20%. So about 4 yards. Actually, that's gonna drive me long. 6 feet up though. Gotta prepare for a little roll into the wind. A little fast, but hit it hard, hit it really straight. The wind helps me out, keeps it straighter than it would have been. It was trying to pull right a little bit. That's the perfect place to be. 323 yards. Wind's gonna drive this a bit further, but will it drive it enough to get on the green? It might. It might. Give it a shot.
Going with the
A little
5
slow.
wood.
Little slow. Come back left. Come back left. Come back left. Come on, wind. Come on, wind. Oh. Terrible bounce. Worst bounce possible.
Getting ready to
It
play
was not
their
flat, but it should not have taken a 90-degree turn like that. Alright, after a +3 on the front 9,
Well, Rich,
finishing
an absolutely delightful
the
day. Pleasure to share it with you and
back
everyone watching
9
at home.
at a
Luke, always
+1.
a pleasure, my friend.
Definitely
Until next
better.
time.
Well, on behalf of myself,
I'm okay with that.
Rich Beam and all the
Okay with
hardworking
that.
folks
It's
at
not a
HB
great
Studios,
round,
thanks for
but I'm
tuning
okay
in,
with that.
and we'll see you next time.
It is in the top 75. £2 for that. A big whopping 2 points. It's not much, but I'm on the board. I'll take it. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. I do have the money now to upgrade those irons, so we'll do that at the start of the next episode. We're heading in the right direction. And we survived our first event. Wasn't a great performance, but it got better as the round went on. +3 through 6. Had to finish at a +4. 12 holes and just 1 over. Yeah, not too shabby from there. I'll see you next time. Be sure to hit that like button and be safe out there. Bye for now.